Shalom! Hi, YouTube. Welcome back to another Chunky does a fucking thing, I guess. Anyway, so today is another tier list. I just shot the fucking Valve Steam Frame video, which that'll come out before this one, because when I actually have to edit. Either way, so originally we came here for this one, and I'm going to start off with the Valve Steam Frame. I brought it up, so we're going to start there. This is a headset tier list video specifically for VRCHAT, all right? Now, obviously, that comes with a lot of caveats, because, like, what are VR chatters looking for? Access to full body tracking, access to, like, virtual desktop. That's a big one. Virtual desktop or DisplayPort, or do you want, to walk around? A lot of this is going to be preference, but I'm just going to speak broadly here, okay? Like, what is the best headsets for VR chat? What's S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier, so on, all right? And a little caveat to kick this off before I get to the Steam Frame. I rank headsets not only by performance and specs and bullshit, I'm ranking them by cost. Price per performance is important, all right? So we have to be honest with ourselves and say, like, obviously a Quest 3 is not going to compete with the Galaxy XR. It's just, they are in two different leagues. A Pimax Crystal Super is not in the same league as a PSVR 2. Both DisplayPort headsets, OLED, whatever, the specs are in two different leagues, but they're both highly ranked headsets, and we'll get to that. Okay, I just want to add that caveat. Right off the bat, I'm going to say Steam Frame based on what we're seeing on paper. A tier headset, all right? A tier headset. It would have made S tier, all right? It would have made S tier if it came with the face tracking module, right? Once we know the price for sure, if I'm right on the price and it is indeed $599, I would say A+, S- headset, right? Because you can add a face tracking to it, and voila, for very cheap, you'll have a fully face tracked headset. I'm just not a big fan of LCD panels, all right? I like my micro OLEDs and OLEDs just in general. So Steam Frame. And also, Sarah, you don't actually have to write out the whole headset, because what I'm going to do, actually, you know what, fuck it, yeah, write out the whole headset. I was going to be like bougie and just crop a little picture of the headsets on there, but fuck that, it's too much work. Thank you, Sarah. she's going to be slaving away today. Anyway, all right, Steam Frame, A tier headset, all right? Now, that could change. If that headset comes in at fucking $899, it's F tier. Don't even fucking waste your time on it. At least not at launch. Wait until there's sales and it drops like $650 and you can add your face tracking for cheaper and more shit comes out for it. As of right now, with the specs we see on paper, do not buy that headset if it's a penny over $699. And even then, I'd consider all your options, okay? All right, next up, all right? Ooh, this is going to be a fun one right after the Steam Frame, okay? Quest 3, S tier. Fuck Meta, Zuck's a cuck, but S tier. The Quest 3 is a fucking amazing headset for VR chat, all right? It's cheap as shit. You can get them everywhere. I know some of you DisplayPort guys are like, wireless VR, dynamic foveated streaming ruined your argument. Move on. Who cares? It's over. Shut up. Quest 3 is an S tier headset, all right? I don't like Meta, okay? I don't like them. They spy on you. They sell your information. You get a bunch of fucking targeted ads. You have a fucking, and Meta anything in your house, you get targeted ads. It's annoying, all right? But you know what? I respect Zuck for Instagram. He's like indoctrinating a whole generation of little noticers, if you know what I'm saying. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Anyway, it's an S tier headset because, again, price per performance. You're getting a lot of headset for the money, and the Quest 3's pancake lenses are bar none the best in the industry. All right, I own almost every pair of fucking VR headsets that have pancakes. All right. And, like, okay, I started on a Quest 3, and I was like, I want better. I started buying, like, all these different fucking headsets. Not one of them came close in lens quality. And I was like, am I crazy? And I looked it up. No, Quest 3 is bar none the best lenses in the industry, right? And I stand by that. I own a lot of headsets. Quest 3 is it. So not only are you getting, like, the best lenses in the industry, you're getting a headset that, like, the fucking native shit sucks. I don't like standalone VR, but you can goon on VRC on standalone VR if you're that poor, you can do that. Don't buy a 3S. Speaking of which, just write 3S, all right? Like, you can probably abbreviate some of these. Put 3S in D tier, please and thank you. The 3S, it's the same headset as a Quest 3. But it has shittier IPD adjustment, and it doesn't have pancake lenses. The best thing about the Quest 3, pancake fucking lenses. All right. The only reason it's not F tier is because the chipset that's on the headset is still very good. and it helps a lot with doing upscaling through virtual desktop. It makes your game look good, okay? However, it's the 3S is a Quest 2 with better pass-through and better fucking... For VRChat purposes, it's effectively a Quest 2, okay? It's not... Don't spend your money. You save up another week or two and just go buy the Quest 3, all right? Fuck Meta. Make sure they lose money. They make money on the 3S, all right? That should tell you something. They lose money on the 3. Go buy the 3. Go buy the 3, all right? Valve Index. Valve Index, all right? Fuck you, Valve. I'm kidding. The Index was a groundbreaking headset at the time. Should it still be $1,000 today? No, I feel like I missed a point I was making on the Quest 3, but it doesn't matter. Just buy it. It's a fucking... If you're starting VR, go get a Quest 3. It's the one. If you got the money, go get it. Go get it. Just go buy it. Quest 3. That's the one. Go buy it. As of right now, that's the only one. Go buy it. Oh, fuck. What was I saying? Index. All right? $1,000 today? God, no. God, fuck no. Fuck you, Sarah, and your silly Index. I love you. It's waiting for her to flip me up. Yeah, there it is. Oh my God. Oh, this woman. Yeah. So like Index was great. Again, when it came out, it was fantastic. But dude, it's just not the headset to get at $1,000. All right. In 2019 or 2020, whenever they announced that, phenomenal. You came with full body tracking. Is mediocre because you only got, what was it, 2 trackers? Or did you even get trackers? Which is the base stations? I don't know. Either way.
Just the base stations.
Oh, fuck that. Okay. $1,000 when it came out, I get it. Now, fuck no. Because you're going to spend $1,000 brand new for one of these headsets with 2 base stations. Then you got to go out and buy 2 more. Oh, now you're at $1,400. Oh, now you're going to goon on VRChat like this one over here. Look how good she looks. But to look that good, you're going to... Sorry, sweetheart. To look that good, though, you're going to drop $2,000, all right? You're going to spend $2,000 on a fucking Quest 2 with a display port. The fuck? The fucky? No. If you do that, I disown you. Unsubscribe from me, delete me, I don't care. I have like 6 subscribers, and one of them is my mom, all right? Like, I don't... Either way. Do not, under any circumstance, expect to like get into VR right now, and specifically VRChat, and start gooning on an Index. It's just not... If you can find it cheap, like if your buddy's going to sell you one because he upgraded to something better, and he's going to sell it to you for $600 with all the base stations, at least 3, and at least 3 trackers, do it. Why not? Fuck it. Have at her, Hoss. Fucking send it. But not if you're paying full price. Please, God, just don't do it. Just don't do it. All right. HTC everything. All right.
Hey.
What's that?
Where do you want it to go?
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to place it. I'm silly. Index. We're gonna go off the new prices here because you kind of have to. We'll get to some later that we're gonna use used prices. New price, C tier. The only reason it goes in C is because the Index trackers are still very good, even though they'll die halfway through your goon sesh. They're still good. All right. And like, if you want something that's just you plug it in and it works, they're awfully nice to have. Is it worth $2,000? Fuck no. It's just like the 5090. Don't buy it. Don't buy it. Absolutely not. It's not even like the 5090. Its performance isn't good like a 5090. Just don't buy it. Okay? Thank you, Looney. HTC everything. D tier. D tier. D tier for HTC. All right? Go talk to some HTC owners and tell me what they think of their headsets. Okay? If they're honest with you and they're not like, if they're not a woman, shh, say that. I'm kidding. As a joke. Dear Zuck, don't kill me. The Frank God, don't kill me. Anyway, if they're honest with you, okay, their headsets, they're not very good. They're not worth it. They're mediocre. It's like what is it? Like, let's compare it to an airplane. What's an airplane? It's kind of like that. It's not even, it's like a Viper, okay? Like, most of the HTC headsets, they're like Vipers. Like, are they good? Sure. You might use them in some VR arcade because they're good enough. They do the job, jack of all trades, master of none. But are they going to hold up to an F-22 that is the Galaxy XR? Fuck no. I mean, would they even hold up to like an Index? I mean, maybe the face tracking module 5 Pro I, even though it's garbage in every other respect, and their streamer is ass, and to connect everything is garbage. No, I'd take an Index over that. The only reason I would say I'd take the HTC is because it's cheaper, right? Like half the price, Index overpriced. But at the same price, $1,000, fuck no. Don't buy an HTC. They're overpriced. They're not very good. HTC has a lot of potential. They have a lot of potential. Unfortunately, though, they have Samsung prices for like Quest quality, if at best. Their lenses aren't as good as Quest's. Okay, their streamer is ass, and for whatever reason, HTC refuses to allow people to use virtual desktop. Explain that one to me, okay? If they allowed people to use virtual desktop, their headsets would bump up probably to B tier. Oh, I said D tier, sweetheart. HTC is D tier. Sorry, my bad. Yeah.
I could have thought you said B.
Okay, you see, you just thought ahead. You knew I'd say that if they had virtual desktop, they'd be B tier. Thank you, sweetheart. Yeah, HTC is a D tier. All of them. All of them. You can clump them. So that's like a plus or minus thing too. Some of them might go up to C tier. Some of them a lot of them are going to go down to F tier. But assume, all of them, headsets. All right, what else? Vario. The Vario, and for the Vario, we can just use a V on the board. Okay, Vario F tier. Sorry, Vario guys. I know you spent $4,000 on your headset. I'll get to you just in a second here. Next up, Somnium. You can put an SO and F tier. Kids, VRCHAT is not real life. We are not on here to spend fucking $4,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 on a fucking VR headset for VRCHAT. All right, that is absolutely incompetent. You can do the same thing as those expensive headsets for a whole lot less. Those headsets are for like sim schools, and I see you guys in the comments on those videos saying, "I'm going to buy this for VRCHAT." No. No, don't. You're wasting your money. You can get better performance in VRCHAT for a lot less money. And what kind of computer are you running on, kid? VRC can only load 24 gigs. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Touch some grass, okay? No, we're not doing that. We're not going to spend $8,000 to goon. Well, at least you shouldn't. I did, but don't be me. I'm not referring to a Vario. I don't own one. I would never. I'm not that stupid. Anyway, Somnium is much the same. I think Somnium was a little cheaper than Vario, or was one or the other is the other way around. They're just too expensive. You don't need that much headset. You really don't. If you're going to be doing like sim rig stuff on the side and VRC is not your main focus, of course those headsets are absolutely incredible. The technology in them is amazing, and they're not made in, I know one of them isn't made in China. That's awesome. That's really cool stuff. But if your goal is VRChat, and you're not, let's be honest here, you probably don't need to spend that kind of money on it. All right, let's just be realistic. There's a lot of good options for less than half the price. Okay, so F tier, don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Be good little guy. Don't do it. Shalom. Oy vey. I'll clip your shillings, boy. All right. Quest 2. All right. A tier. This is going to piss a lot of people off. All right. So Q2 and A tier. Okay, so the Quest 2 is not a good headset. It's ass, all right? The field of view sucks. Everything sucks about it. It's just a shit headset. It's fucking garbage, all right? But you know what makes it great? $50 to $60. $50 to $60, okay? And you can add face tracking to it with the Project Babel. You can add eye tracking with iTrack VR. $50. And like, let's say people in your area are kind of bougie and they're still asking $100 for it. $100. Realistic, you're gonna get it for less. All right, I bought 3 of them for like $220. All right, I got all of my friends to goon for a bit on VRChat because I was like, yo, when I first got into it, it's like, yo, this game's amazing. You'll have to try it. They're like, I'm poor, so I went out and I found Facebook Marketplace, $50. Obviously, you can't buy a Quest 2 brand new. All right, if it's anything over $100, don't buy it. Just don't. But for under like sub triple digits, that's awesome. You get your foot in the door. You can go learn. Okay, what else can you do that with? All right. That brings me to the Quest 2's competition. All right. And in the States, this unfortunately sucks for us because they're kind of hard to find. The Pico 3. So you can put P3 up in S tier. Or the PI3, maybe. I don't know. Fuck. Whatever. P3's fine. That's fine. That works. Oh, she's going for extra credit. You get all the brownie points. Pico 3 Neo, right? Or the business one. Okay, they're a pain in the ass to get your hands on. You have to go to eBay. A lot of businesses brought them in. That's the only way they can get Picos is to buy used business models. Here's the fun thing about them, though. All right, they're about $140 to $180 for a used Pico 3. The lenses are among the best Fresnel lenses I have ever seen in my life. They can run DisplayPort, sorry, virtual desktop. They can run literally, and they have their own business streamer too. If you use the business streamer for $80, you can get the Pico 3 the Pico trackers, right? They're trackers, $80, full body tracking. So for literally $240-ish, $250-ish, you now have a headset and full body. What was that about the index at $2,000? The fuck? Okay, you see what I'm saying? That's why it's an S tier headset. Am I gonna recommend it over like, you know, a Quest 3? If you're okay used and you're a little tech savvy and you want to run full body, maybe, right? But I would absolutely get it over a Quest 2. Again, because you can get your hands on the full body trackers. And the lenses are 1,000 times better. Oh, not to mention the binocular overlap. Huh, the binocular overlap is god tier. Pico has the best binocular overlap of any headset I've ever used. The Pico 3 Neo and the Pico 4 Ultra, they both do. They're fantastic. Okay. GXR, Galaxy XR. All right. Here's another S tier for you. And finally, we're getting into some new headset S tiers. Okay. Some high end stuff. S tier headset. Galaxy XR, S tier headset. All right. There's a lot of caveats, and I'm going to do a review on this headset at some point. Currently, I have to play with an Xbox One controller because Galaxy didn't want to ship Samsung couldn't ship my controllers to my headset. Who sells a fucking VR headset without the controllers? What? Come the fuck. Either way. Okay. Face tracking? Yeah. Face tracking out of the box. Right? Virtual desktop out of the box. No fucking hacking your shit because you can't use the Chinese version because it's region locked and China's super controlling. Okay, none of that crap. The Koreans like us. Okay, virtual desktop. All your viewing pleasures out of the box. I'm on one right now. If you couldn't tell. Is it expensive? Absolutely. But Samsung partnered with a firm to do non-kosher financing, meaning there's no interest. You can just pay it out monthly, and it's like $70 a month. You get yourself a headset with no interest. All right. So even if you have the money in your account, put it to work. Right. Go use the money somewhere else where it's going to accrue you some funds to pay for this headset. This thing's cheap. Go cancel your Netflix and your HBO, all your useless subscriptions you don't use. Get this headset with no interest. You're not making any bankers happy. You can goon. All right, you can do all the things. Yeah. All right, S tier headset. Don't you make fun of me, little Sarah. Next up, Play for Dream MR. All right, another fantastic headset. PFDMR. Where is that gonna go? Ooh, tough one to place. Specifically for VRCHAT, it's kind of hard to place. I want to put it S minus A plus. Why don't we put it right on the fucking line between that, like right on the line underneath the GXR, please? It's literally on the line. Just scribble them together. Yep, there we go. PFDMR. All right, so Play for Dream MR was formerly my daily driver headset. Okay, it is a lot like the Galaxy, but it has better binocular overlap and better comfort more than anything. After I did the comfort mod, which was really easy to do on the Play for Dream, also the field of view when you get up on that thing, it's amazing, and the colors are awesome, and it's open, and you can just get into it and all this stuff. There's a few things though that make it not quite S tier, like not fully in S tier, right? It's like on the line, depending on my mood. After this thing hurts my head long enough, I get back on the Play for Dream. All right. The reason it doesn't quite match up to S tier is because the Galaxy XR exists and the Galaxy ships with face tracking. Okay, the Play for Dream is a better headset, in my opinion. The Play for Dream is a better headset. If you don't care about face tracking, the Play for Dream, get the Play for Dream. Okay, it's better. It's just a better headset. It's more comfortable once you do your comfort mods. VR Panda, if you want to do that. I did the Bobo VR mod. I literally took my Quest 2 strap, Quest 3 strap. It just poops, clicks right on, done. No other modifications needed. You just click it on, done. And it's super comfortable. You take off their stupid face shield. Infinite field of view, the biggest field of view I've used, maybe right up there with the PSVR 2. Awesome headset. Galaxy XR, I had to cut this thing up, and I did a Bobo mod on this, and I did all this other crap to try to get it comfortable. It still hurts my head. Okay, so Now once I add a Babel, right? If you add a Babel to your Play for Dream, like if you already got Babel laying around, and you can just add it to your Play for Dream. If you're okay not having Blink, which is retarded, it's fucking locked behind some licensing crap. if you're okay not having blink, play for Dream. Get the play for Dream over the GXR, right? So it's kind of a caveated one, but I love that headset. I adore it. It's amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it more than the Galaxy because again, it just doesn't hurt my face. Okay, the Galaxy hurts. It sucks. So it's like if it wasn't for the fact that it's face tracking, Galaxy would be a B tier headset, but at best, right? It's just face tracking. Ah. What else? What else? I had a list here. Let me check my list. Ooh, making sure I'm not forgetting anything. Big Screen Beyond. Oh yeah, Big Screen Beyond. I'll just chew through some of these. Some of these I don't really want to talk about. The Big Screen Beyond, they're good. Okay, they're good headsets. My head's too big. I can't get the IPD right. I'm just too big. I'm a big guy. All right, so for me, it's hard for me to rank this headset because I can't really. Right, all I can do is tell you what I've seen other people say, and other people really seem to like those headsets. I've seen some guys that absolutely hate them. I have a feeling they're big head motherfuckers like me. It's hard for me to place this headset. So you know what? I'm just not even gonna put it on the board. Right? If you want a Big Screen Beyond review, go watch some guys that can actually run the headsets. That brings me to MAAAAAAM. MAAAAAAM is much the same. Small. It has a shit field of view. If it were me, I'm just gonna go ahead and say the MAAAAAAM is like D tier. Right? It's basically a Big Screen Beyond that's less comfortable and requires more bullshit. Okay, just if you're looking at the two, probably go with big screen. I've heard that they're really improving the MAAAAAAM, and there's some new shit coming out for it, and like new software that make it better. That's great and all, but I have to go off what I've heard, right? Because I can't run either headset. Off what I've heard is that the Big Screen Beyond is the better headset. Marty Dude VR has a fantastic comparison. Go watch his video. PSVR 2. How did I forget PSVR 2? PSVR 2, okay? Now, I'm going to just be clear with this. I want to put the PSVR 2 in S tier, but we're talking specifically for VRCHAT. So for me, it's going to be B tier. You put PSVR 2 in B tier. Now, the PSVR 2 is fucking incredible. I love it. The OLED looks great, but the problem with it is because it doesn't have onboard compute, you can't run virtual desktop and you can't run native upscaling, right? The PSVR toolkit, 2 toolkit that was like, someone else made, it's wonderful. The haptics are amazing. PSVR 2 has the best controllers I've ever used. It has one of my favorite Fresnel lenses because the sweet spot, like once you find it, it's fantastic. You can't even tell they're Fresnel. The OLEDs are great. The price is fantastic. It has eye tracking with blink, and if you add a Babble to it, you have full-on face tracking just like me. All your gooning pleasures, okay? The problem, again, the headset as it sits, if you're looking at brand new prices, I just think there's better options, all right? And you have the tether to work with. And then, again, your computer has to be more powerful. And VRChat is a very, very, taxing on your system. Ooh, look at that. That's a likey. It's taxing on your system. All right. So I would still recommend a PSVR 2, especially if you're not only going to play VRChat. If you're going to go and play other games, dude, the PSVR 2, it goes pretty much at the top of this list if you're just getting into VR. I would almost put it above everything else. Maybe the Pico 3 Neo would be neck and neck with the PSVR 2, maybe the Neo just a little bit above it. So the PSVR 2 might move up to just like the PFDMR, high A tier, low S tier, not quite there, but I do really like it. If you want something that just plugs in and you're hooked on DisplayPort, that's another thing with the Pico, by the way. The Pico 3 Neo can run DisplayPort. Just saying, you can use DisplayPort on it. It's the headset's amazing. That's the only thing keeping the PSVR 2 out of S tier is the Neo. That's it. If you can't get your hands on that, or if you don't want to modify the Flash one to global firmware, get the PSVR 2. Period. End of. I think that's just about everything. Let me just cruise through my list one more time. Pimax. How the fuck did I forget Pimax? Oh my god, how did I do that? Okay, Pimax. Let's run through these quick. Pimax Crystal Light, A tier headset. It would have been. I would have formally maybe put it up in S tier because the eye tracking is really good, and if you had Babble, it's they're fucking incredible, and the visuals are amazing. But Steam decided to cuck Pimax and make the dynamic foveated streaming a thing. So it's A tier. It's a great headset, and you can find them used for $500 oftentimes. They're good headsets, okay? I don't know if I'd recommend them over. I'll get to my recommendation really. My number one's at the end, okay? Pimax Crystal Super, okay? F tier, don't buy it. Is it an amazing headset? Absolutely. Is it amazing for VRChat? No. No, it's not. It's unnecessary. right? Most VRChat avatars don't have the fucking texture depth that make things look good. This is like getting a really good sound system and then playing garbage audio through it, okay? You don't buy a Pimax Crystal Super to fucking play VRChat. You buy a Pimax Crystal Super to go do like fucking Half-Life Alyx or go do Microsoft Flight Simulator. You know, you're not, that is for visual fidelity. It's not for fucking VRChat, right? If you're only going to play VRChat, don't buy one. You're better off with a light or anything else, really. So amazing headset, just like the PSVR 2. Amazing headset, just not a VRChat headset. Okay. Pimax Dream Air SE, again, not one that I own. Obviously, I can't buy one yet. They're not out. But what I see on paper, the SE is probably going to end up being like an A tier, S tier headset. We'll see. I'm not going to ever rank it. I'm not going to ever put it on the board because we don't know yet. Same thing with the full version, the Pimax Dream Air. I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on one. And that brings me full circle. Last thing, cheapest headset on this list, mobile VR. Yes, you can use your mobile for VR. You can even use your mobile for like your mobile VR little fucking cardboard thing for Steam. And you can link your Wii controllers to do it that way too. Do I recommend it? No. But it's better than cell phone. I'm not going to rank this either. But I'm just letting you guys know that yes, there's driver for VR. There's some other options you can use. Just type it in. Look up mobile VR Steam. You just YouTube it. All right. There's plenty of videos if you want to do it. If you're new to VRChat or you're playing around on desktop and you're really looking at what headsets you can do, right? And you haven't been in VR yet, dude. $10, $15. Go AliExpress yourself a little mobile VR headset thing that you slot your phone in, and you grab some your used Wii nunchucks or an Xbox controller and go try it out. Try it. Just try it. All right. Have some fun. I'm obviously not ranking that, but it's out there. It's a thing. All right. My recommendations. Okay. If you're in the States and you're looking to buy brand new, Quest 3. If you're brand new to VR, right? If you're brand new to VR right now, Quest 3 is it. When the Steam frame comes out, if it's $599 and you don't have a computer, probably get the Steam frame. It's going to game a lot better standalone than the Quest 3 is. All right. That Qualcomm chipset is really, really good. It's like 8 times faster than the Quest 3's chipset. It's wonderful. Most powerful chipset put in any headset. I did forget one other one, right? And I'll touch on that at the end. So again, Quest 3, top recommendation if you're new to VR. My best recommendation for longtime gooners, GXR. All right. That's the number one. If you're looking to upgrade from a Quest 3 or anything else and you just want face tracking, eye tracking, everything that works, get a GXR. Get the GXR. That's the one you get. All right. Again, if you're just looking for something that's plug and play. If you're not looking for something that's plug and play, my number one recommendation for new VR users. Sorry. My number one recommendation for new VR users is Pico 3 Neo. Right. If you don't need something that's plug and play and you're okay to you're okay learning how to flash something, Pico 3 Neo, again, $140 to $180. They're just about as capable as a Quest 3 and you get access to way more. All right. $250 a full body. Right. That's my number one if you're just a little more tech savvy. Same thing with the GXR versus the PFDMR. Right. If you're okay tinkering a bit, or if you're going to play other games outside of just the VRChat, PFDMR might be a better option for you because it, again, simple comfort mods. It's better, way more comfortable than Galaxy XR. It's not even close. If you're a big head fellow like myself, Boba VR mod on a PFDMR, dude, change your life. Shit's on my Quest. I could live in that. I could sleep in that headset. All right. That'd be my best recommendation. If you're a gamer who's not necessarily just VRChat, right? If you're new to PC gaming, you want something that's mostly plug and play, right? And you like DisplayPort, you don't want to fuck around with streaming, you don't really care about VRChat. I would either look at a Pico 3 Neo. If you're a tinkerer, if you're not a tinkerer, get the PSVR 2, right? Headsets to ignore. Headsets to ignore. Literally everything else. Like that's it. Just literally just ignore it all else. If you're in certain ecosystems, like obviously that answer changes. If you already have base stations and you want to stay in base station ecosystem, cool, right? Then you can look at some of the headsets I didn't cover. Like personally, from my experience, I would say go with the Pimaxes. I like their shit. Their headsets are awesome and they're pushing forward. They used to be garbage, now they're really good. All right, but I can't speak to the Big Screen Beyond and the Mega Nex. I can't speak to those. But yeah, Quest 3, Pico 3 Neo, PSVR 2, GXR, PFDMR. Those 5 right there, right? I also forgot to mention the Pico 4 Pro. That's an S tier headset, by the way. I think Sarah is preoccupied. But
No.
Pico 4 Pico 4 Pro is an S tier headset. For those of you who don't know, Pico 4 Pros, you can get them for about $500 to $700. They have full-on face tracking and everything. And again, most of them include the full body trackers at that price too, which is, again, for that much money, you're getting big panels that are LCDs, but you get the best in the industry leading binocular overlap. Everything looks super 3D, and you have full body out of the box. Just make sure you flash it to global firmware. If you buy it out of China, flash it before you update it. You update that thing, you're fucked until the next update comes out. Flash it first. S tier headset. So yeah, again, new gamer, Pico 3 Neo. If you're just looking at VRCHAT, Pico 3 Neo, Quest 3. That's it. That's all there is right now. Things will change. I'll make an updated list with better graphics and actual pictures maybe at some point when we have some new headsets coming out. But as of right now, Quest 3, Pico 3 Neo. If you're looking to upgrade from a Quest 3, Galaxy XR, PFDMR, right? Pico 4 Pro is not an upgrade over a Quest 3, right? It is, but it's not worth $700 more than a Quest 3 if you already have the Quest 3, right? If you already have the Quest 3, just go get yourself Babbel and learn how to do eye track VR. Just add the shit to yourself. Like, you could do this. It's not hard, right? It's really not that hard. That'll conclude it. I can't think of anything else. Looney, you got any headsets I'm forgetting about? I got one. Apple Vision Pro. I totally forgot. That headset sucks. Apple Vision Pro would have been an F tier headset if not for dynamic foveated streaming. I'm not going to place that headset yet because I have a feeling it's going to end up in S tier. If Apple gets their shit together, they've already started to with allowing PSVR 2 controller support. It already has face tracking now in VRChat, right? But if they get their fucking shit together and add Steam on that bitch, along with dynamic foveated streaming, which will make their stupid 5G limited fucking Wi-Fi antenna, which is terrible, $3,500 headset only goes with a 5G Wi-Fi antenna. What the fuck? Either way, with dynamic foveated streaming, none of that matters anymore. Which means that's the headset to buy, right? That'll be a really good headset if you can find them used for like $1,200. That's a genuine contender over something like a MAAAAAAM or Galaxy. Not the Galaxy XR. It's a contender though, right? That's one you could talk about. But we're not going to talk about it yet because right now it sucks and I wouldn't even recommend it. And I wouldn't even put it on the board until they figure their shit out. Excuse me, and add Steam. But yeah. Sorry, Sarah. Anything? Am I forgetting?
No. No,
Right,
I think you got 11.
I think I rambled enough. I know I'm missing things like the DPVR, and there's some other headsets I didn't talk about. Even older stuff like the HP Reverb G2. But we got to be honest here, and like, what's the average person going to be looking at when they go out shopping, and what are things that we actually want to recommend? Don't buy a Reverb G2, even though Oasis is a thing. Oasis is cool, right? And you want to, like, you know, add the custom software and firmware to your headset. Cool, that's awesome. You can do it cheap, it's like $60, HP Reverb G2. That's a lot more complicated than flashing firmware on a Pico, all right? And is it better than a Pico? Fuck no. All right. So there's some headsets I didn't mention here. I'm sure I'm forgetting some others, but these are the core ones you want to look at, right? The 5 that I listed, top of the list, focus on those. Thank me later. I own almost all of these. All right. Love you guys. That'll conclude the video. Bye. My eyes.